What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Hulu series Shrill, new season 2. Hey, before you watch this review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. First up, I would like to say thank you to Hulu for granting me the screeners to the entire 8 new episodes of this new season. Now, heads up, there may be a bit of spoilers here. So this video review is mainly for those of you who have also watched season 1. So heads up, you've been warned. Now, those of you who are familiar with this show, what I enjoy the most about the previous first season, in addition to Aidy Bryant's chillax but bold performance, was the sense of empowerment that came with her character Annie. Not just in terms of her being comfortable in her own skin, but also her standing up for herself against a mean boss and an online troll. But this new season 2, for whatever reason I don't understand why, Annie sort of backtracking that whole thing. I guess this kind of makes her human because she's flawed and riddled with doubt and insecurities like the rest of us. But what happened to that I'm strong, I'm proud, hear me roar that you saw at the end of last season? So in a way, this reversal from what I loved about her kind of makes this season 2 a bit of a turnoff. In Shrill, Aidy Bryant plays Annie, a fat, that's right, she does not mind describing herself openly as fat, a fat young woman who wants to change her life but not her body. Annie is trying to start her career while juggling boyfriend, parents, and a perfectionist boss. After facing her demons, her mom, her boss, and of course her troll, Annie starts the season feeling pretty good, with boyfriend Ryan by her side. That is until she realizes that hastily quitting her job and jumping into a relationship with someone who is a little less career-focused may not have been the best idea. But Annie is not the only one on a path to self-discovery. She'll be joined by both Fran and her mother, who also are figuring out what they really want out of life. As far as the comedy goes, season 2 is not far different from season 1 in that Shrill is not designed to get you rolling on the floor. The humor oftentimes misses its mark, and for the most part, it's very dry. It has its sort of SNL-esque scenarios, but they're not anything that you can call a laugh riot. And to be honest with you, some of the mildly funny moments in this season 2 only come from Annie's sharp-tongued, nosy work colleague Ruthie and Annie's gullible man-child boyfriend Ryan. As I implied earlier, I feel like this season 2 goes antithetical to season 1. You were fed with this fearless woman by the end of last season, only to now witness her become fearful and uncertain again. Yes, she is no longer a doormat, which is an improvement, but that's pretty much all you get when it comes to the character's growth. Throughout this season 2, the main focus is the question of whether or not Ryan is the best fit for Annie. Are they compatible? From the first episode to the last, the writers bombard you with cases in which Ryan either adores Annie or Ryan disappoints Annie. Here's the thing about Ryan. He may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, and he could use shower and shaving. He also spontaneously says things without taking into consideration the consequences. But his heart is in the right place. So it's not that this season wants to make Ryan out to be the bad guy, but it forces Annie to wonder if Ryan is holding her back from the things that she wants to achieve in her life. Which is fine by me because it sends out a wise relationship signal. But all of that is unfortunately at the expense of Annie's fearlessness, because while she's trying to figure out if it's worth staying with her boyfriend, she also basically crawls back to her oppressor with her tail between her legs. And I gotta tell you, That is kind of discouraging. And the way the writers alter Annie's perfectionist boss in order to rationalize that narrative is too convenient. And to a certain extent, it catches me off guard. I just find that whole thing to be disappointing. So much so that my favorite episode out of this entire season 2 is episode 5, which is a bit of a filler episode, if you will, because it's about Fran's family wedding. Episode 5 tackles themes of immigrants, pressures and expectations, the acceptance of one's happiness. The story is heartfelt and very well written. So that tells you something. When the episode that I like is the one that's not about Annie. I don't want to take a big dump on Shrill Season 2 because I do think that this is a good role for Aidy Bryant. Big fan of hers on SNL. And as Annie, Aidy shows a side of her that we had not seen before. Some of it may even come across as shocking, but it is a testament to Aidy's courage as an actress. And you know me, I don't like it when new season only recycles or repeats what was already done in the previous season. Yes, Annie finds strength in her plus size. We've already established that. Season 2 only touches on that again very slightly, but for the most part, it has moved on, so that's good. But don't set her out on a path only to immediately backtrack it. I personally think that there could have been a more creative way to go about tackling Annie's relationship problem with Ryan without having her return to the usual spot again.